Mama, why do you always tell me to serve others? Even when I don't feel like it?
That's a good question, sweetheart. It's because having a servant heart is something that Jesus wants us to have. It's not just about helping with chores, it's about how we treat people every day.
But Mama, sometimes I don't want to serve. Like when my little brother spills things and I have to clean it up. It feels unfair.
I understand, serving is not always fun, but do you know who also served even when it wasn't easy?
Jesus?
Yes, Jesus is the greatest example of someone who had a servant heart. Let's sit for a minute and talk about it. Jesus was the greatest servant. Do you remember the story when Jesus washed his disciples' feet? After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. John 13:5.
Ew, and their feet must have been so dirty. They didn't have shoes like we do.
Exactly. In those days, people walked on dusty roads in sandals. Washing feet was a job for the lowest servant in the house. But Jesus, the Son of God, got on his knees and did it.
Why would he do that?
Because he wanted to teach us something very important. That real love isn't just about saying kind things, it's about serving others, even when it's hard.
So what does it mean to have a servant heart?
It means you think of others before yourself. It means you look for ways to help, not because someone tells you to, but because you want to show love. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others. 1 Peter 4:10.
So when I share my snacks at school, is that having a servant heart?
Yes. When you share, when you comfort a sad friend, when you help a teacher without being asked, those are all signs of a servant heart.
But Mama, no one claps when I do those things. Sometimes no one even says thank you.
That's true, and that's also part of having a servant heart. You do it for God, not for praise. Your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Matthew 6:4.
So even if no one sees, God sees?
Always. And he's very pleased when you serve with the right heart.
Does anything good happen when we serve?
Oh yes, serving makes your heart soft, kind, and humble. It brings you closer to Jesus. And guess what? When you bless others, God finds ways to bless you too. Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. Matthew 20:26.
Wait, so being a servant actually makes me great?
In God's kingdom, yes, the world says be first, be rich, be important, but Jesus says be humble, be kind, be a servant.
How can I start having a servant heart? I'm just a kid.
You're never too young to serve. Here are a few ideas. 1. Help at home without being asked. 2. Pray for someone who's hurting. 3. Visit or call someone who's lonely. 4. Share what you have with others. 5. Pick up trash even if it's not yours. 6. Smile and speak kindly to others. 7. Encourage someone who feels down.
I think I can do those.
Sarah, the biggest act of service Jesus ever did was dying on the cross for us. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Mark 10:45.
He gave everything, didn't he?
Yes, and when we serve others, we are showing a little piece of that same love.
What if I help, but I feel grumpy inside?
Then it's time for a heart check. God doesn't just look at what you do, he looks at why you do it. Serve the Lord with gladness. Psalm 100 verse 2.
So I should help with a happy heart?
That's right, when we serve with joy, we look more like Jesus.
Mama, I think I want to be a girl with a servant heart.
I know you will be. And every time you serve, no matter how small, remember, you are becoming more like Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus, for showing me how to serve.
Amen.